misquothed. Ascribe the mistake to the devil, or how sound can rebound off unlevel floor. That talkative bird was simply misheard. The raven was pagin' a Neville Moore. The Mask of the Dead Guest. The body behind the hall wall keeps causing the portrait to fall. I guess he's upset, but that's what you get for snubbing my masquerade ball. On the mental propensity to embellish. As lightning is followed by thunder, so terror will strike, and next wonder. You gasp at the spirit. Then tiptoeing near it, the cat leaves the curtain it's under. Edgar Allan Poe's short story, The Oval Portrait, is about a painter who has a model sitting for him, and as he brings the painting to life, a brush with a vampire with a brush. Each lifelike detail by the painter is making her feel ever fainter. Instead of a model, is she but a bottle? She wonders how sitting can drain her. Let me read you a little bit from the introduction to the Lost Limericks of Edgar Allan Poe. While Poe's brooding poetry and tales of horror are far better remembered by many readers today, he also wrote several works of humor and parody. Bon Bon, The Duc d'Omelette, The Professor in the Belfry, The System of Dr. Tar, and Professor Feather, and other pieces reveal the author's comedic side. He could even write jokes, such as this one in a column he wrote called Marginalia. I have great faith in fools, self-confidence my friends call it. This is the Limerick version of that joke. Faith in the mirror. As one of my general rules, I fully depend upon fools. Much the same, say my friends, my self-confidence tends to sparkle like spurious jewels. Hark, lark. Old Owl, from a branch overreaching, asserted, if talking is teaching, then listening is learning. He nodded, adjourning, but Parrot persisted in screeching. I need to take a moment to talk about this, my favorite mug. It's the only thing I had that was owl-like, and it's got a picture of Faneuil Hall stamped on its belly. It's a souvenir from Boston. It was so ugly, I had to have it. A flair for composure. When folks said Bernard was unhinged, his cool self-control was impinged. And after the arson, Bernard met the parson to calmly confess he had singed. Facing one's end, midst crashing and gnashing, the seas stir, unleashing a screeching nor'easter. One soul in the fray, too panicked to pray, runs raving about saving his keister. The word risible is not very common these days. It just means if something is risible, it makes people laugh. So risible means laughable. The title of this limerick is Grimalkin. And if you don't know that one, you're going to have to look that one up yourself. Grimalkin. The witchcraft of cats becomes visible while napping on laps of the miserable. The weight of their will commands we keep still, our freedom to rise rendered risible. I confess that this limerick I'm about to read is, even though I wrote it myself, it's one of my favorites. It's called to Cinderella's stepsisters, and it comes with a footnote. Let me read you that first. In some versions of Cinderella, the stepsisters cut off parts of their feet in the hope of fitting the glass slipper left behind at the prince's ball. Their eyes are later plucked out by birds, a plot point that might have appealed to Poe. To Cinderella's stepsisters. My odious ode needs a synonym, with syllables sliced to a minimum, like toes being slit from feet that won't fit the slippers I'm waltzing my rhythm in. Poe gets a little bit autobiographical in this one. The title is Don't Fear the Messenger. Some shout that I'm surely delirious. His fables of murder are serious. More rational balance reveals that my talents are merely in knowing what eerie is.